Hi, it's me, Paige.
If you're enjoying our podcast, The Murder Diaries, then you'll love the new true crime podcast, Mind of a Serial Killer. What drives someone to commit the unthinkable? How does an ordinary person transform into a serial killer? If you've ever been curious about the twisted psychology behind the world's most infamous criminals, Mind of a Serial Killer is the podcast for you. From Jeffrey Dahmer to Ted Bundy to the Night Stalker, Mind of a Serial Killer takes you deep into the chilling minds of history's most terrifying murderers. Featuring expert analysis from licensed psychologist Dr. Tristan Ingles, discover what drove the world's most notorious serial killers to commit such horrific acts. Check out this special preview.
You know the names Jeffrey Dahmer, Ted Bundy, the Night Stalker. You may even know their stories. But on this show, you're also going to get inside their minds. This is Mind of a Serial Killer, a Crime House original. I'm Vanessa Richardson. I've been telling stories about serial killers for years, and I've always wondered, how could someone be capable of such violence? But doing my own research isn't enough. To get the full picture, I needed an expert.
My name is Dr. Tristan Ingles. As a licensed clinical and forensic psychologist, I've dedicated my career to helping violent offenders lower their risk of reoffending. As Vanessa takes you through the stories of history's most famous serial killers, I'll be analyzing their minds, their motives, and their murders. That's what makes this podcast different.
Mind of a Serial Killer is a Crime House original. Every Monday, join us as we explore the psyches of the world's most frightening offenders. Follow now on your favorite podcast platform.
Check out this clip.
In our last episode, we focused on Jeffrey Dahmer's shifting feelings after his first murder when he killed Stephen Hicks in 1978. Elation, arousal, and eventually guilt and fear. We talked about his attempts to push down those emotions, mainly through the abuse of alcohol. Although he was able to fight off his violent urges for a while, by the late 80s, he wasn't able to hold them back anymore. And on the night of November 21st, 1987, 27-year-old Jeffrey Dahmer killed his second victim, a young man named Stephen Twomey. According to him, he had no memory of actually doing it.
There's a lot of different reasons why that can occur. For some, it's due to a heightened state of psychosis or mania. A lot of times there's a loss of memory during those states just because you're disoriented, you're not in touch with reality. There's also reasons that can happen from substance use or misuse or dependence that can also create impairment in memory. And in some cases, for people with long-term dependency on alcohol, there's a thing called Korsakoff syndrome, which can actually create an amnestic sort of process. I don't think that's what's happening here with Jeffrey. There's another aspect here of like a dissociative rage. And I think that is what explains Jeffrey's behavior in this case, if he truly does not remember it.
Is there a possibility that he could have just lied about not remembering?
Yes. That's the another thing is, like I said, if he truly doesn't remember it, it could likely have been a dissociative rage, but also he's intentionally not wanting to remember it, consciously or subconsciously repressing the memory because it's discomforting to him.
Whether Jeffrey actually remembered killing Stephen Twomey or not, he still had a big problem on his hands. What to do with the body? Somehow he had to get it out of the hotel undetected, then figure out what to do with it from there. So he hung the Do Not Disturb sign on the door, then headed for the nearest department store and picked up the biggest wheeled suitcase he could find. When he got back to the hotel, he managed to cram the body inside, then waited until the middle of the night and called a cab. Jeffrey didn't have a car of his own at this point, so he couldn't drive to the middle of nowhere and dump the remains. He had to take it home. And remember, he was still living with his 83-year-old grandmother, Catherine, at the time. Mind of a Serial Killer is a Crime House original. New episodes drop every Monday. Follow now on your favorite podcast platform.
Follow Mind of a Serial Killer, a Crime House Studios original. New episodes drop every Monday. Again, that's Mind of a Serial Killer. Follow now wherever you get your podcasts. Let weight loss through Hers give you something to be excited about for 2025. You can spend the new year in control of your weight by losing up to an average of 9 pounds in your first month. Yes, those numbers are based on data by real Hers customers that have reported based on their personalized, compounded GLP-1 treatment plans. Hers is transforming women's healthcare by providing access to affordable weight loss treatment plans delivered straight to your door if prescribed. Hers also offers a holistic weight loss program with personalized solutions, including compounded GLP-1 weekly injections, which feature the same active ingredients as Ozempic and Wegovy, or other oral medication kits. After submitting an online intake form, a licensed medical provider will determine what plan is best for you. If prescribed, your program includes medication, ongoing care, and online support, all at one low cost. With that, weight loss plans are more affordable through Hers, with compound GLP-1 injections starting at $165 a month with a 12-month plan paid upfront for new subscribers, no hidden fees, and no membership fees. So if you've been struggling with your weight loss journey, it's time you find the best option that works for you through Hers. Start your initial free online visit today at forhers.com/diaries. That's forhers.com/diaries for your personalized weight loss treatment options. forhers.com/diaries. Hers weight loss is not available everywhere. Compounded products are not FDA approved or verified for safety, effectiveness, or quality. Prescription required. Restrictions apply. Wegovy and Ozempic are not compounded. Actual price depends on product and planned purchased.
Okay, we all know how this goes. New Year's resolutions, right? Every year we make grand plans to be better versions of ourselves, work out more, eat healthier, read more books. But then comes the reality. You know, dragging yourself out of bed at 6 a.m. when it's still pitch black outside, only to hit snooze 5, maybe 8 more times. Trust me, I've been there. But you know what's different? The resolutions that stick are the ones that are automatic, like investing with Acorns. And today's episode is sponsored by Acorns. Acorns rounds up your everyday purchases to the nearest dollar and invests that change for you effortlessly. It's like setting yourself up for success without the effort. That's what Acorns does for your financial future. It's one small change that makes a difference. Acorns makes it easy to start automatically saving and investing so your money has a chance to grow for you, your kids, and your retirement. You don't need to be an expert. Acorns will recommend a diversified portfolio that fits you and your money goals. You don't need to be rich. Acorns lets you invest with the spare money you've got right now. It lets you invest automatically by rounding up your everyday purchases and putting that change to work. It's a simple way to keep building toward your financial goals without extra effort. And for me, it's been a great addition to my routine, and it might be worth checking out if you're looking for an easy way to get started. Head to acorns.com/diaries or download the Acorns app to start saving and investing for your future today. Paid non-client endorsement. Compensation provides incentive to positively promote Acorns. Tier 1 compensation provided. Investing involves risk. Acorns Advisors LLC, an SEC registered investment advisor. View important disclosures at acorns.com/diaries.